Hello, everybody. Welcome back to round 2 of the producer search. This is the most on time John has ever started a show at 10 bang. I mean, 8 bang, 10 my time, 8 your time, straight on the dot. So well done, John. How are you?
I'm doing well. Happy to hear I got it right in 2 continents. Excited for tonight.
Yep. So just quickly, what's your flinch reaction on Monday's show? Kirk said he doesn't want to give you the job because you've got a good job, a good life in Scranton. He wouldn't want you to give it up and move to Watertown and be Justin's underling. Do you accept what Kirk's saying?
It's true. Easy exit strategy for Kirk. I would do it in a heartbeat still, sadly, because I'm a piece of shit. But I do have a good job in that. And that.
And Kirk actually said he likes you, which he rarely says. So that was nice of him.
And also might not be true. So that's still in the air, I think.
Yeah, like the whole thing could be he just doesn't want you to work in that studio because you're gross.
It's easy to be nice to a guy you're kicking out of the bar.
Yeah, he'd rock up one morning at 6 a.m. and he'd just see you like smoking a durry, a cigarette outside the studio, and he'd just be like, "This guy's disgusting."
Donald Trump.
Anyway, good evening, everybody. Are we wasting our time here? That's the question. That's been the thought rattling around in this little brain in the last day or two since Dave Cullinane dropped a bombshell on Monday's show that basically he wants to come back. He just wants to renegotiate terms. He wants to be even lazier than he was before. Yes, can you believe it? The guy wants to do less work than he did before. If anyone thought that was possible, Dave thinks it's possible. He thinks he can actually be even lazier than Dave 3.0. So it'll be Dave 4.0 coming back. I don't count the filling in for Steve as a Dave iteration. So it'd be Dave 4.0, the laziest version of Dave we've ever seen. And obviously, predictably, I don't want him to come back. I think this would be another huge mistake from Kirk. I can see why he wants to do it because it's just the easy way out. You don't have to deal with Big Twine. You don't have to deal with PRC. You don't have to deal with Dumb Johnny. I mean, Handsome Johnny. Sorry. So, it would just be a lazy way out for Kirk. So obviously, I will not be recommending Dave. Well, he's going to be interviewed hopefully in this process. And if Dave smashes it out of the park, maybe I would recommend him. I've got to give every candidate a fair chance. But I think the way this interview process will work, we're going to bring in John Dales and Wesley soon and do their interviews. But we'll wait just to see how the Dave and Kirk thing plays out over the next few days before locking in any more interviews. Because if Kirk's just going to take back Dave, then it's silly to make these candidates suffer through my intense grilling.
Sure. Sure.
All right.
It's definitely not something to string them along for weeks and weeks, maybe years.
Yes. I mean, I guess for the show, we could stretch this out.
Yeah.
We could just do interviews every week for the next few weeks.
I like that.
Until Socko, and then they've got something else after that. Tell me, John, what do you think? But we'll bring the candidates in one at a time. But what's your flinch reaction to Dave Cullinane maybe coming back?
It's aggravating in the fact that I would like to see somebody new in there just because it's new blood, new fresh air.
Yes, please. That's what I want. I want new blood.
But Cully is king, and
he's not king. Cully. He's not king. He's king of laziness. Anyway, let's spin the wheel. Let's start these interviews. We've got John Dales and Kirky Canada and maybe Dave Cullinane joining us tonight.
Oh, wait, we're probably going to get copyrighted. That's enough.
I'm surprised we didn't get copyrighted for the opening song.
Don't worry about it. I'm sure we did. Nails.
Well, no one's checking. Like you could bring down the whole channel and Justin's on holiday, so nothing's
in a lazy river right now.
Yeah. So John Dales, yes, bring him on in. Johnny Dales, JD.
Hey, buddy.
Guys, how are you?
Doing well.
Hey, John. Thanks for joining us. First question, why aren't you in Watertown doing the show this week?
Yeah, fair question, Menners. It's a little bit harder, I think, for me, being somebody that doesn't live in the Boston area or anywhere near there. it's a little bit tougher to just get a flight on a couple of days notice and fly in for that. So I'd say that's why. Yeah. Go ahead.
I mean, my reading of it is that this week was an opportunity. If someone really wanted the job, you could just grab it by both kahunas this week and show you can do it. And we've seen Kirk, he's lazy hiring at people. So if someone could have done it this week, maybe there was an opportunity. But anyway, look, John, I understand. Whereabouts in America are you?
I'm in the Chicago area.
Chicago area, great, nice. And is it your dream to get to the Chicago office and work with Jersey Jerry, or are you a KMS guy?
No, I would not say that's my dream. KMS for sure. Yes.
Okay, nice. All right, well, let's start. I know you've been working in radio, but what are your audio and video capabilities? What sort of software can you use? What's your editing capabilities and producing?
Yeah, I'd say that's probably one of my strongest attributes in this producer race is that I'm really comfortable both cutting audio and video, and I've been doing them for a while. I got started, in radio with my high school had a radio station, so freshman year of high school is when I learned how to use Adobe Audition, and I've been, I feel pretty comfortable using it ever since. And then same thing on the video side, been using Adobe Premiere since freshman year of college, and then in working in TV after graduating, like still use Premiere, but would use the other stuff. Like they were kind of joking about it when I was on the show. We use this thing called Velocity. There's other, editing softwares that they're all kind of the same basic premise, and I'd say I feel pretty comfortable on all of them.
Wow, we've got someone with technical expertise. I think you're the first candidate who can actually use those, pretty crucial bits of software if you want to be a podcast producer. And Justin can't, so they need someone in there who can. So do we have some clips? Has John made some clips or some sound for us? Do you want to introduce any?
Yeah. So I have 3 videos. I have 2 KMS videos, and then one kind of just shows like videography and stuff that I did at that previous job, which might not be as interesting. But I do have a couple of clips. One of them does have to do with Cullinane, which you guys were just talking about him. I'll just kind of intro it, John, if you want to play that one. I think I titled it "Wishy Washy Cullinane." Basically, I just cut up from the show yesterday. Every single time that Kirk directly asked him, "Do you want this job?" And we can play.
Play it, please.
Hate it.
If offered your old job back, would you take it? You would come back. Probably means you would. Mike, we're not. I mean,
I definitely would have to marinate.
Because I'll pretend this guy's clearly coming back.
Oh yeah.
Who? You.
No,
terms.
Terms. Maybe. I don't know.
You want a different title with the same position?
I don't have an ego that needs a new title.
Well, it sounds like you do.
I love the idea.
It's exactly what it sounds like you want.
No, it's just kind of, is it different? Would it be something different?
I'll call you the third chair if you want.
Interesting.
It means that much to you.
I mean, you're Kirk Minahan, being able to use that as from references for the future, because one day you're going to call it quits.
Do you want your job back? It's a yes or no question, Mike, right?
It certainly is. Situationally, probably, yeah.
Okay, do you want that job back?
It's not just my life. Remember that. There's also other people involved.
What do you mean?
So if it was just up to Dave Cullinane and there weren't other people involved.
Your family, you mean?
Yeah. Yeah, because things change.
Fantastic. Boy, that was Dave. That was perfect, Dave. I hadn't actually watched the video of that episode. So, that is Wishy Washy Cullinane. Good effort. I like that. What else? What's next?
So,
go on.
I was just going to, last thing on Cullinane. Like, I don't want to trash Cullinane, but obviously he throws himself into the race kind of yesterday. And it sort of seems like that's what myself and anybody else who has been interviewing with you guys would be going up against is perhaps the Cullinane. And I just say for me that my candidacy is basically the polar opposite of Cullinane. Is that Cullinane was on the show yesterday kind of arguing for it to be a part-time job with lesser hours than what he previously had. And if that's what Kirk's looking for, then that I don't think I'm the guy for the job, because I want it to be full-time. I want to be all in. And I like, even when he said something, and I don't know how much of it was in jest, but about like, well, the show takes 2.5 hours every day and that's going to add up. Like, I think if that's how you're looking at it before like dipping your toe back in for a 4th or 5th return, I just don't. I know everybody likes Cullinane. I like him too. He's a funny guy on the air. But in this position to be the producer, like I said, I'm the exact opposite of all of that.
You're making a compelling case. And John, while we're at it, why do you want this job so much? Tell me what's in that heart.
Yeah. So, I mean, I've always, and like I told you guys, I've been doing radio, TV, like media stuff for a long time since I was in high school. And it's always been a goal of mine to have some sort of a career in the media. And I spent a couple of years being a local TV sports anchor. And I learned that wasn't for me. And part of it was that, every night I'd get a 3-minute segment of sports block where, it's more people are watching because they care about the sports that I'm talking about, not much less like how I say it or my, who I am as a person. Like I'd like to get into something like KMS and like where I can show a little bit more of my personality, where I can have more fun with it too. And I've loved KMS ever since the show came out. I obviously, not being from Boston, I didn't listen to Kirk when he was on EEI, but I gave the podcast a shot back in like August of 2019. And the first episode that I listened to was when Kirk was just dressing down Steve for the whole Ben Robinson thing. And for whatever reason, that argument, it just made me laugh. It got me hooked. And so I would just love to be a part of a show that is like this. And like I said, when I was in studio, is like I'm looking for that next opportunity for me. Like I worked for a couple of years right out of college, and now now that I'm done with my TV days, like I'm looking for that next challenge. It kind of worked out perfectly a little bit that this opened up, and I think it could be a great opportunity.
I mean, that's a beautiful sentiment and it's a touching story. Tell me, Kirk said on Monday that he wants someone to be more high energy than Justin. Are you going to go in there and, be that sort of, polar opposite? Well, not opposite, but just be more up than Justin and add more and, give the show that energy. Because Cully does have energy on air. You got to give that to him. Off air, no energy. Lazy prick.
Yeah, I think I would bring that energy in there. And like, I'm not going to say that I'm going to go in and be the wacky guy who's just like screaming. Like I'm not Mick talking about bringing a chicken fry, which was a great episode today. But like, I do think I can bring energy. And like I said, just being somebody new that's coming in and like, you get to know about me. And I know it's the Kirk Minahan show. It's not about the B producer, but just as being a producer, that the way Kirk likes it is the producers talk on the air. They're a part of the show. I think that I'd bring energy, and even just like it grows from there. Like when Coleman was hired, everybody didn't think, oh, this is going to lead us to great, several months, I mean, more than a year of basketball content and all the jokes about him being gay and all the stuff that came up from his past with like the videos and stuff. Like he was hired as like, this is a guy that worked at Barstool and seems like he knows what he's doing. It's the genius of Kirk to bring that out of his producer. And, I'm not the same guy as Coleman, but like, I do think that it could work for me too.
Absolutely. All right. So I know you got a couple of clips. So what's the second one? Do you want to intro it? And then
the second one was more of just like kind of me making I think this could be a video that would be posted on Twitter as like a Dales to KMS type of video.
Any announcements anybody cares to make or no?
Yeah, why not? I guess. I don't
Go
care.
ahead, Dave. The floor is yours.
I'm leaving the show.
Dave told me he was leaving the show.
What the hell?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, is John Dale's a candidate?
John Dales is a candidate. John Dales is back.
I am.
So you're done in Pittsburgh, Kansas, Joplin, Missouri, all done.
John's Mean Girls.
Cullinane TikToks about Karen Reed. The longest episode in minutes of the Case Wrap-Up Show.
The return of Menors Live.
The Beyond Average Mix investigation of Michael Jackson's death.
Serve ourselves our own hot dogs.
Who does everyone in the car want to be the next producer?
I think I would go Dales.
Oh, John Dales. I'm a Dale guy.
I think Dales right now is the slight leader in the clubhouse.
Just want to say the Robert V Show and Robert V support John Dales, the associate producer of the Kirk Minahan Show.
I'm a Dalesman through and through.
I'm a Dale dog.
I mean,
love that.
I think Dales has smashed the content out of the park. You know what? You've shown the best instinct with the content so far. So well done. What just digging into it a bit more. On the other, so you've got another video. Is it worth playing? Does it show skills?
I mean, if
that we
you
haven't
want to
seen
see, like, it's video that I shot at my local news job, so it kind of just shows like how
before?
I'm
Just play for a
updating
sec,
it.
John. It might be funny. Let's see what Dales has been up to.
That was 1 second.
All right. I mean, it's good footage, and I'd love to see that sort of treatment for the beloved KMS basketball team. I could see, the team running into that sort of music with that high quality footage. Got a lot of questions for you, but just quickly on, you've shown a real aptitude for the social media videos. What would you have? What would be your multi-platform approach to social media?
Yeah, I mean, I think you actually said it well. I think you said it to either Big Twan or Handsome Johnny last week that like it's very 5 or 10 years ago to just take the raw video of the podcast and just clip 2 minutes and put that online. And like I think that one thing definitely that has been missing, and in terms of the social media of the show, is I looked today. I think it's been like 6 months since they posted on TikTok. And like I think TikTok is maybe the fastest growing social media that like it's kind of easy too for as a podcast that you throw clips on there and you get engagement from it. And so I would definitely use a lot more TikTok, and I'd probably use it a little bit differently than they did like when Coleman was there, where it was kind of just joked about that, like, oh, here's the TikTok segment, here comes the top 10. Like I think the stuff about like, Kirk going at chicken fry or like talking about the basketball game, like putting in the clips from the basketball, like I think that stuff translates pretty well to TikTok. And also like there's ones where like even if you're not in the KMS world with TikTok, like there's certain videos that just for whatever reason hit. And like that's kind of like I think that can happen if you put up however many clips, a few clips per show.
Yeah, that's right. And would you use those TikToks for YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels as well?
Yeah. I think the Twitter is probably what, and a lot of the Minifan world is on Twitter the most. So like I think Twitter is probably, I'd say the ship is run the tightest on Twitter, and also it's Justin plus the other guys who run the Twitter.
Well,
like,
but
I think
it's not. I mean, to Dales, I mean, they did the show on Monday, and then there was nothing posted for a day, so it's not run that tight. I mean, Justin's on holiday, everything stopped.
Yeah, I wonder about that too, because like I know that what's his name, David in Maryland, and whoever, like I don't know what posting privileges they have on the Twitter, but I know Justin told me like that they are on there. So I don't know, but yeah, good point that there wasn't much up about the other day. But yeah, I would integrate the TikTok stuff into the Instagram account too.
I actually want to get access to that Twitter. That's my aim. I haven't been given access yet, but I'm going to look into it.
That's a great idea.
Be a great idea. Anyway, so John, tell me,
babe,
what areas of the actual production of the show do you think you can improve? Why are you an asset?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the stuff that we already talked about, is just being comfortable. And like, I will push back a little bit that like there's a little bit of the narrative out there that Justin is just like, doesn't know what he's doing. I will say Justin does know what he's doing in terms of like him showing me how the show gets live, how we clip stuff, how you could put stuff up after. Like he does actually do a pretty good job of that, I would say. And at least the way he explained it to me, I'm assuming he explained it to Johnny the same way, KL, RoboDuck, and like, you really know something if you're able to teach it to somebody else like that. So I wouldn't say that the production right now is lacking. So I don't really know that there's anything that I can say like that's bad. It would be a lot better with.
Where are you on the camera angles? Where are you on the consistency of the camera angles?
Yeah, I will. That's a good point. That like even in the video that I made, like at the start of the show that I was on, the producer's camera was like a little bit off center where you couldn't see my face.
And often like Kirk's like over here sometimes, like he's on one side of the frame, or like the camera just gets knocked and he's like that for the show, and there's just all that dead. Anyway, look,
Yeah, I mean, like, I think there's small changes you can make to stuff like that, but it's not like I'm gonna say, like, the camera they have is bad, we're gonna use this camera instead. I will say too, on the topic of cameras, like, I asked Justin about it when I was in, is, "Hey, whatever happened to that vlog camera that Coleman had that I assume Barstool paid for?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah, that's still right here." Like, that's another thing that I would do if I were brought in, is there's so many successful podcasts out there that have their version of KMS scenes that, like, I loved it when that was around. It's just a little bit extra content that you can watch on YouTube at the end of the day that you don't get in the show itself. So, like, that's another thing that I think whoever gets the job, it would be nice if we got some sort of a vlog thing like that again.
Yeah. And John, now part of a producer's job is to like try and grow the show at the time. Despite Kirk saying on air he doesn't care about that, we all know that's a lie. So tell me, John, do you have any ideas for growing the show that you haven't mentioned? Economically, more listeners, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, well, like, keep in mind too that, like I said, this is the Kirk Minahan show, so it's not like I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm coming in and we're doing things differently. Like, this is an interview for the B producer position.
Yep.
And, like, Kirk knows what he likes, and everybody who listens to him with such a fiercely loyal fan base, everybody else likes that too. So I don't know that I'd really come in and say, like, we're shaking these things up. It's the small things that I mentioned. Like, would be nice to see some more stuff on TikTok. It'd be nice to bring back the vlog. There's even, like, so, like, content ideas I have. I don't know that I necessarily have things where it's like, here's how we go from X amount of listeners to Y amount of listeners.
Yep. Yep. Love it. And you mentioned Kirk there. Do you have a sort of plan for working with Kirk? Because, he's a fantastic boss, but he's also, he's quite strong-willed, and he'll say things on air. He'll shit on ideas. He's entertaining, but I think it can be a challenge for producers. Have you thought about how you deal with that?
Yeah, I mean, I think I would be all right with, like I've been listening to him for 5 years. Like, I know that stuff happens. I know that there comes a point where he'll be in a bad mood and come in and yell at the producers, and that comes with the territory. So, like, I wouldn't have been applying for the job. I wouldn't have gone in studio if I felt like that's something that, like, I just can't handle.
Okay. And what about third chairs? Where are you on the state of the third chairs? We're about to lose Blind Mike. We're about to lose Mutt, thank God. I mean, what would be your sort of outlook on that?
Yeah, I mean, losing Mike sucks. That definitely does suck. And I think the way that the Minifan world works is there's always going to be somebody. There's always going to be people that we bring in. Like, Clemmer was the third chair on the show for, like, every single week for a year or so, and it's like the only reason that guy even came up was because everybody knew about Carano, and he did the Quantum Week podcast with Carano. Like, so there's things like that come about. So, like, I don't know that I have a plan necessarily where I'm like, Bobby Costa is going to be in this many more times, like Andy Mayo is going to be in this many more times. But, like, again, being somebody that hasn't had to go through the booking process, I don't know if that's a big issue right now. I do know that, like, when I was reaching out to Justin to come in, it seemed like they were booked pretty far in advance. And I don't know if that was from the tail end of the Cullinane area, but I think there is at least a somewhat decent, crew of people that have come in and proved to be, interesting on-air personalities for once a month or whatever.
So you don't have a plan. So you don't have a plan, but that's fine.
I don't know that you need a plan, man. Like, what would you say is that, like, a plan that you need? Like, you think you'd feel a lot better if somebody comes in like, yeah, we're going to replace Mike with Bobby Costa?
No, but you might have an approach to it, whether it's bringing more Minifans, whether it's be a bit more time sensitive, so try and get, more sort of Minifans that are active. Anyway, look, John, got some more questions for you. So these are like situational. All right. I've asked everybody this, but Barstool cancels the show. Just Portnoy sees one Kirk chicken fry tweet too many, and he says, you're out. What's your next move? He said, he comes to you. Justin's on holiday with Mary, so you're in the hot seat. He comes to you and he says, what do I do? What's your answer?
I'll be honest, I'd be surprised if that was the way things went down, with Kirk coming to me and being like, all right, what's the plan here, Dales? I don't think that would happen, but I I think you let Kirk figure it out. Like Kirk kicked his way out of Entercom, and like because he believed in his talent, brought his audience over to Barstool, and the same thing would happen if it ended at Barstool.
Okay, say he wants to continue doing the show. Where are you going?
I think it'd probably be a subscription service of some sort, and I don't know that much behind that. Like I know it works for Mike, and I know that Kirk's audience would probably be somewhat bigger than what Mike's doing right now, but I don't know the specifics behind like, well, here's where we're going and here's how much we're going to charge a month. But I'd say probably something around that.
Okay, well, look, so far you're doing great. You're not nailing the business stuff, but the content, the social stuff, you're nailing. That's what Kirk wants. So anyway, next question. If you could permanently mute one Minifan's X account, whose would it be?
Oh man, that's a good question. You know, in the Twitter post previewing this, I got added to like some thread about like where it just devolved into like there's a 10 thread, you know, tweets where I don't even know what the hell people are arguing about at this point, but it wasn't about this, it was about something else. Trying to think
that's the Minifan world in a
I would say I'd go with Sneakers. I might already have him muted, but he's
wow.
been he's been a little bit outspoken about not liking me.
Okay, all right. The commissioner, I like it. Gutsy answer, taking on the Minifan's biggest trial. Yeah.
Wow. Big ball.
Last question. Which former producer's exit taught you most about how not to do this job and why?
Exit, you mean like the way that they left?
Yeah, like just which producer's failure at the job has taught you the most? Like, you know, when you saw the way they approach it, you think, you know, I don't want to do this. Who would that be?
Yeah, I think I'd go with Coleman. And you know,
wow,
Coleman was again very funny when he was on the show, but like I'm like a year younger than Coleman, and like I remember when the whole process was going through, like getting hired, and like I was living in Joplin, Missouri, with a job that I didn't really like. I was like, you know, man, if that was me, like there's no way I would be like, even before the whole Canopy Lake Park thing, like it was a thing for a while about like Coleman like not showing up on time and being lazy, and it's just like that like burned me where I was like I can't believe like he's the guy that got this opportunity and this is the way he's treating it. So like I'd say that Coleman.
So it sounds like to me you're a hard worker.
What's that?
He threw a fit.
I was going to say also it kind of bothered me the way Coleman was being bitchy about like, oh, Blind Mike made up the nickname of Dalesman. That's a complete ripoff of the Colemen. Like I don't. That just seemed a little
like Coleman made up the term like men. So there's been a knock, you know, there's been a few people that sort of have asked, do you really want this job? You know, you'd have to move from the Chicago area. You said you might go to law school. I mean, is this going to be a situation, a wishy-washy, you know, float in and float out, and in a couple of months we're looking for another producer? I mean, you know, can you be relied upon?
Yeah, I think I can be relied upon, and like the way people use that law school thing is like a way against me. Like, I think that should be a positive note, in that when I'm asked the question about, hey, if you're not producer, what are you going to do next? Like, would it really be that much better if I was like, yeah, I got no plans. I'm sorry if I have like ambition and want to make something of myself. And so like, that's what I'd say on that side of things.
Yeah, I'm not sure ambition fits with the KMS show.
Really doesn't.
I'll have to talk to Kirk about that.
But it's not something you should be ashamed of. Don't.
No. And look, you said you're not lazy, which again doesn't normally fit with the producers at KMS, but I think we can make an exception. I think the last non-lazy producer they had was Steve Robinson. So got to go back.
I will say too, in that like I actually just completely blanked. Sorry.
Okay.
If I think of it again, I'll bring it back up.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Pizza. That was just a shot of Pizza Joe there. Yeah, it was a Gus moment indeed. So we got something. All right. So look, John, we're running out of time. Anything else you want to put out there? You know, any message directly to Kirk? Now's your chance.
Yeah, you know, I think it's the same stuff that I talked about when I was in the studio. The same stuff that you and I have, that we've been talking about the last 30 minutes, is just like I've been waiting for an opportunity like this, and you know, I'm coming in like hungry, ready to be the guy that eats, sleeps, and breathes the show. And ultimately, if that's not what this role is, then yeah, I'm not the guy for the job. But like, if that's what you are looking for out of this producer spot, then yeah, I think I'd be great at it.
That's what
I
Kirk
did
said he
remember, by the
wanted.
way, what's that?
That's what Kirk said he wanted, someone to eat, sleep, and breathe KMS.
Yeah. I remembered also what I was going to bring up is just I noticed I think I'm a little bit behind Johnny in the front of that. Like he mentioned when you guys interviewed him that he knows sort of what the pay range is. As of right now, I don't know. And I've been in studio less, and I'm also in a different position than him or than other people that applied that like I need to move there and find an apartment there. And like I don't so I before things advancing, like I guess I'd hope that there would be that discussion about like, hey, here's sort of what we're thinking about, like in terms of the salary for the position.
Okay, so I would definitely reach out to Kirk for that. He will definitely give you an idea. For some reason he doesn't trust me with that kind of information, or John, basically because we're pieces of shit and we'll tell everybody. So, but yeah, you should reach out to Kirk about that as soon as possible, and he'll give you a range, and you'll have to decide whether it's something you can consider.
Whatever it is, it's worth it.
Yeah,
exactly.
Remember that.
That's it. All right, John.
Chris Clemmer did. Good job, buddy.
Thanks,
you, guys.
Do we even need to see this next guy now?
Yeah, Manners,
after
we
that,
even need to see him.
All right, bring him in. Kirky Canada.
Oh, Canada.
He's on mute. Look at him. Look at him. Look, he's on mute. He's talking. He's on mute. This is not a good start.
Relax. You're going to regret all this. What's going on, boys? I don't know. What is this show? Who is that guy? Like, I know Dale's, but like, unbelievable. What's going on?
All right.
I talked to this guy before the show a little bit. He's kind of a maniac, and I think I like that about him. Kirk said
like,
earlier.
Confidence was like creeping in last night, and then Menners told me to finish watching the producer show and just like slept like a baby. That like,
okay,
what's going on here?
Excellent. Okay. Look, I think you're going to be perfect for Meeting of the Minds. So can we just end it here? And he goes,
I'm down to book me.
Anyway, so
you're booked.
All right. Well, thank everybody. This is Kirky Canada's second candidate for tonight. So tell me, what are your technical capabilities? What's your experience producing anything audio and video wise?
So, whoa. When I talk, can I just hear myself? Okay, my headphones just got weird right there. My bad. Good start. So as a hobby, like I'm a framer, so as a hobby, I've been like editing, kind of like I've always kept up
with
kind of technology. You're like the whole idea is I'm just going to show that I can do this. You know what I mean? And then you guys.
All right, let's just play some examples. Let's just get into the examples, and if you want to show us, let's do it that way.
Do you want to do? Might do drowning. We'll start parody.
Drowning.
And I have like, if you want to, you can start at the start. But I think we're gonna want to listen to both of the songs, the whole songs. But I could be crazy.
Okay.
Oh, you want to play a song first? I don't have one that's called Drowning.
Whatever you guys think, to be honest. It's like there's one video that's just a show. Mike Matnetsky.
Drove downtown to the track, probably boozing on a Tuesday night. Drive home broke, that's what the record shows. The plan's been imparted, but I'm half retarded. I miss Portnoy's brain. When I'm around kids, horses are business, and I won't stop. Math is a factor, trifecta exacta.
I think it's important.
No, let's go to the chorus. Maybe not.
I'm going to use that as I already have it set as our outro video. It's important to make songs. It's good. Do you play the guitar?
That's just I just pulled that from YouTube.
Okay. It's good you made that. It's good. I didn't play a video though, and I feel bad. I'm going to hit one of his videos.
Sure. That's just for color grading. Like that one, I took more time on. I had like all these.
When did you do that? When did you do that?
I did that. I think it's May 24 last year. Just
okay, right.
You could do color grading.
No, but that's not anything. But like, I didn't have time to obviously do that on the the videos I made were just like I started since Mentor sent me the message whatever Friday.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
We have a KMS video.
There's the Mutt one. I made that a bit ago. It's about when Mutt got when he got
let's
banned.
do it. Let's see something KMS.
It's kind of long, but I made the next video shorter because
what's it called?
I can make short videos. Like it's not that hard. This is just what I had. Sorry,
I know totally together. I'm with it.
What's it called?
Farewell, Sweet King, or something.
Yep.
Good stuff. I like it. So what software can you use to edit?
I'm doing everything on Lightworks, but like it's not my job. Like if it was my job to like
Lightworks.
Yeah, if it was my job to like learn all this shit and fuck it, like sorry for like like it would. I'm a framer. Like I would love to learn all this stuff as my job. That's crazy as an idea.
You could do a lot so far, from what I can see.
I think there's a lot of gatekeeping in a lot of like jobs. Like I find that with mine, like electricians act like it's hard. Like it's I don't know. Maybe I'm just good at stuff, but like stuff's. I doubt myself a lot, but like stuff's really not that hard. A lot of it. Right, Menders?
Okay, well, yeah, that's just bullshit, honestly, and like that's just verbal diarrhea.
Watch.
But yeah, so you've used Lightworks. You can make videos. Average, but certainly. Would you be prepared? I asked Johnny, handsome Johnny, would you be prepared to spend the time and train yourself on the industry standard Adobe software products?
You give me a chance to be able to like prove myself that I could be like great at that. Like, why wouldn't I do that? That's crazy. As a job.
Okay. Absolutely. And you'd be happy because what's not happening is like people are just, you can just teach yourself on YouTube. If you spend hours and hours watching YouTube videos, you can teach yourself Adobe Premiere Pro and Audition, but it's not quick. It's not like
you just got to keep making videos over and over and over.
Yeah, and you go, how do you do this?
If on the other side of the coin is that you have to go roast on a roof and like frame houses, like it's not really like you're not really, I don't want to watch that video. Like, no, you're like, this is please give me this video. Please make this a valuable thing I learned.
Yeah. Sneaker said you're a pussy about all this whinging about working in the heat. What do you think?
That was you mean wasn't it Ron?
Oh, they all said you pussies. Like all the actual guys that can do a decent job said you. Are you?
No, are you? I'm almost the opposite, but Kirk, Kirk would intimidate the fuck out of me because Kirk's like different, where he's like intelligent, like with remembering and like just being intelligent. Like
so you're certainly not.
When did you start listening to Kirk?
EEI? I started listening. No, not EEI. It was. Who was that weird producer that they had before with like the 5-syllable name? Like before Steve. And it was at the start of Steve, and they would talk about like it wasn't Montate, but it's a name like that. It's like a weird name, like
Mark Moroso.
Was it Moroso? Maybe
Steve Robertson was the first producer.
No, but didn't they have a little period of time where they were like on whatever that the radio station was? Yeah,
they had radio.com. They had enough about me.
Who was the producer there?
Moroso.
Oh, no, it was Moroso and Dave Cullinane for a day.
Okay, Moroso. Is that 3 syllables? How many syllables is Moroso?
Moroso.
So are you from the Boston area originally?
Toronto.
Toronto. So how did you find
Kirky Canada Menders?
Okay, shithead. How did you find them?
My girlfriend's brother, like Barstool was on. He's like, you should listen to Kirk Minahan. And honestly, like, I bet you he doesn't listen anymore because he was a big.
Because that's a lie. Then, so Enough About Me wasn't on Barstool.
I didn't say enough. They would talk about enough about me.
I'm just saying there are holes in your story. I'm asking you how you found Kirk.
I'm not,
and you said you found enough about me, and then you said your sister's boyfriend told
I know it looks like I haven't been listening because I came out of nowhere.
So which is it?
If it looks like I came out of nowhere.
People are used to things just when Kirk interviews people, they don't, it's a softball. You've lied in this answer. Which is it? Did you find at Entercom enough about me? Or did someone tell you it was a Barstool? Which is it?
Matters replay. I said that when I started listening, Steve was the producer, and they would talk about an old producer with 3 syllables as they're at, like, and then we did the name thing with the clap.
You started listening when he went to Barstool. Thank you.
Okay, so
that's a good answer.
Now I'm what's Big Twan? Now I'm Big Twan. Like I tell you, I've been listening religiously to this podcast.
Are you also a Yak fan? Are you also a Yak fan?
When you're a jobless human being in Canada, you tend to hit every 12 o'clock podcast you can hit.
Okay. So you like the Yak?
I literally haven't watched the Yak probably in like a month and a half. It's getting fucking weird. Also, like I kind of started working a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah. So you just said then you were intimidated by Kirk. How would you
Intelligence.
deal with that? Because you have to have some confidence.
He's daddy.
Job. I mean, you're going to be learning the job, so you're going to make fuck ups, and he's going to point them out. How are you going to deal with that?
What, like when there's like a proper ranking system where this is Kirk's show and I'm the fucking third person there, that's daddy, and he can do whatever he wants. And if he wants to freak, like obviously, like when he's freaking out on the show, like I said the backbone thing yesterday. Like I'm not gonna push back. Like you don't want to like test Kirk too much, but like I don't know. Like do I not sound different than everybody else? Like am I tripping out? Like who are these guys?
I'm
being a little too talky.
You're delusional as the others. That's all.
Okay.
All right. So you don't have a backbone. That's what you've just said. So if you have a good idea and you bring it to Kirk, and which he always does, he goes, "I'm not interested." You're just going to be like, "Okay, Daddy."
Yeah. Well, he's not. Yeah, it's his show.
Okay.
He's
not.
No,
just wanted to check.
It's not that complicated of a situation.
All right.
But he kind of likes that.
Yeah. All right. So you've seen the show.
A lot.
What can you add to the show?
A backbone?
But anywhere in areas of production, whether it's go on, because other candidates have been able to answer this. So
I'm gonna work
so
hard at being like the CPR guy yesterday kept saying he kept being like, I hate sucking at stuff, so I get good at stuff. I don't suck at anything. If you guys give me a chance to not like, I don't know, it's like. And it sounds delusional, whatever.
You think you could be the greatest of them all?
I'm going to try the hardest of them all, guaranteed.
Okay. And all right. So you don't, do you know what a producer's supposed to do? Because you've come from framing. Right?
I ChatGPT'd it. Yeah.
What do you think? So after ChatGPT, which is what do you think you should do?
So I can learn all the software. The hardware, like to be there would be obviously ideal to like boom, see it, all that. My family my uncle has a big, I've been around sound equipment for like a decade. My uncle has a big, like, it's the biggest sound and lighting rental company up here. Like they do all the lighting in the clubs and stuff. And I just did an install at a gym with them. Like I've been around.
So you could help with live events. So you could help set up the live events. Is that what you're saying?
100%. If Kirk wants to come up here, like he's mentioned, like there's, I don't know. Don't shake it.
I know.
Australia first.
No, I'm listening. So I know you said you're done with framing. Say Kirk says, "Look, I need a new frame." Would you build
the frame?
You build the frame?
Need to build a house? A frame? What do you mean to build? Like a house?
Yeah.
Do you know what frame is?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Great.
I do anything.
I don't know what framing is. I don't know what framing is, but all right. So do you have any ideas around social media strategy? Because it's been mentioned that at the moment the social media platforms are dying on the Vine. What's your thoughts?
See that I got older because I was like, Vine's dead. That's what I was gonna say. But obviously Vine Kirk gets dead. Annoyed. Obviously Kirk gets annoyed with this topic. But like I think he gets annoyed with this topic because like I thought about it, like there's no real, like the show grows within itself. It's like its own ecosystem. Like as long as the content's good, the turnover will happen. Like like look at all the Barstool guys that are starting to follow now. Like everyone's kind of on Kirk's side. That just grows, and then Kirk grows within the ecosystem. Like Kirk's and it's undeniable. So like that sounds corny. I got a little inspired there, but like he is.
You actually perfected what John has perfected, saying a lot and saying nothing. So
Q John,
you should go into politics. You should actually go into politics instead of producing. Absolutely.
Everything you're saying.
So no ideas for social media. Okay. What about Kirk's relationship with Barstool?
That Kirk's better than Barstool. I think like Portnoy knows like Kirk could like if the culture changes back to how it's supposed to be in like 5 years, like it kind of is, like who's on track to be like a Stern more than, and I think Portnoy sees that, and that's like Kirk's kind of in charge of Portnoy, no? Like to a certain, like not really, but like you know what I mean? Like Portnoy tries to get one up on him, but Kirk seems to get away with everything he does, and there's a reason for that.
Yeah. So no, and like nothing about the relationship with Barstool. Should it be closed? Well,
he doesn't need Barstool, but it's obviously good for the brand. Like
yeah,
it's the perfect spot.
So no real ideas there again. Okay.
What's
your
idea?
What was that?
He had an idea. You're just trying to push him off.
He just said he's the next Howard
That's fine. I love it.
No,
Kirk's the next Howard Stern, not me.
I'm just like, look, you're already presenting more.
The substance
you're
is
already
watching the
providing
show.
more than Dame Cullinane. Trust me. So he's the favorite right now. What's your so what's your sort of plan for like booking third chairs? You know, Blind Mike's going, Mutt's going. Say Justin says, look, Kirky Canada, you deal with the third chairs. What would be your approach? Just give me your flinch. I want to get into you say you're this resourceful, smart dude. So I'm putting you in a situation. I'm Justin, so I'm big, I'm fat. I've got pimple here, and I say to you, you're in charge of the third chairs. All right. So
I think like I started doing Twitter Friday when this became real. I think I've done a pretty decent job like fucking around. Like obviously like I said this on one of the live things that happened. Like I got in there Friday, and like I don't know anybody that uses Twitter. So when I do it, it's like yelling into an echo chamber. I'm like, what? Like, was that good?
Have you ever listened to KMS? Just honestly.
5 years straight. Yeah.
Okay, so you don't need to be on Twitter to book the third chairs, but go on.
No, but I'm saying I've done a pretty good job interacting with the guy, like the people today. I'm getting to know it, and then like, hi guys, you guys want to come over?
You just got your Twitter on Friday?
But so okay, so
I had the Twitter was set up before that, but I started like doing like acting like I was
you're in
Twitter guy.
Yeah. So you know ideas for
third. Am I just going to answer every question and you're going to say no to it? Like,
well, I asked you and you just said you just got. I said, what would be your plan? And you said you just got on Twitter. So
what's the plan? Okay, hey Mick, do you want to come? Like, what do you mean?
Okay, well, who would you like to see more of? Who would you like to see less of? You know, what's been working? What's been happening? I'm it's a job interview. Don't forget, I'm Justin, and you're my assistant. And I've said you're in charge of the third chairs for the next month, and you've said I've just gone on Twitter. That was your answer.
Who do I want to see more of? Like Coleman's hot right now. Like it's going to seem like we're a victim of the moment. Like people are hot and cold. Like
okay, but that's fine. That's fine. That's an answer. Coleman's hot at them. No, but that's a good answer. Coleman's hot at the moment. Let's get him in to talk about the Shore House. That's what I wanted to see from you. That's what I wanted to see the way your brain works. You think I'm tough? Wait till you be in the studio with Kirk Minahan. It's times 1,000. So if you can't handle this, you're not going to be able to handle.
I'm going to be on it. But I'm going to be on it. Yeah.
All right. What were you going to say? Sorry, you're going to be honest.
I'm going to be on it. Like I'm going to like he's one of the scariest dudes like out there. Like obviously, I'm going to try not to.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm gonna run through some situations in a sec, but any sort of pictures, anything you want to throw out there before we move on? Any more sound to play?
So the one video, the scooter video I made this weekend, it's just supposed to show that like I'm resourceful. Like I literally started doing that. It was supposed to be longer. A lot of time was wasted. I shot a lot of shots. You said you want short videos, but like that'll show that like I did that this weekend, all the angles, and then. I think what's the other song? The other song's pretty good. Maybe just you can
What,
play
the
it.
Madonna-
Absolutely. Look, we've got to give Kirky Canada an opportunity, John. So
Yeah.
play the content.
You can just play us out. Play us out with the.
Okay.
You just
teach me
don't
the
tell
jerk.
don't tell us how to do the show. It's
No,
fine.
play us out. Play us out. I'm the producer now. Play us out with that. That works.
Well, I've got more questions.
You have to believe in it when you cannot see it. You gotta be fulfilled with it to swing the swing.
You ever formed against the shout out crowd? Young niggas.
She came for me. Haven't many lives when you would've thought I was torn. Nigga, fuck it. Niggas, fuck it.
Sorry, that fired. That song randomly played on my playlist. I was like, I have to put that in the song. It kind of doesn't fit, but like that's why it's like kind of funny. It's like corny, like whatever.
You are a fucking star.
And then let's play that song out. And I'll see you guys when
No, I've got some more questions for you. Okay. All right. So situational questions. I've been asking everybody, right? A sponsor calls in mid-show and is furious about a joke. What do you do?
Yeah, this is gonna like Kirk's call. I'm third producer, but ask Kirk what to do. Like, is that a no answer? Like, what? Like, am I trying to get in trouble here? Like, this could be clipped, and if I try to act like
that's a good answer. That's Kirk's call. That's good. That's good. It's his content, so good answer. I wanted to ask you.
You still think I don't listen to the show? Like, I understand how Kirk works pretty well, don't I?
I want to ask you. Would like what's Kirk has said he doesn't want people to move. To work at the show. Why would you move from Canada? Like, why? What would be? Like, you got a girlfriend there, you got a life.
Yeah.
What would you do?
This country's left me for dead. Like, I know it sounds corny as fuck. Like, they're like, you guys had your immigration thing. Like, we're like thriving on the immigration thing, and like we're taught on politeness when we're all just sitting here in silence watching our place burn down. And I want to get out. Like, sorry, I have to move there, and that might put a little bit of like awkward, but like that's kind of like content as well,
So would you do it like illegally? Do you want Kirk to pay you cash? What's the sitch?
How does that work? I have no idea. I probably should have looked into that, but I could be. That's why I put like see the white writing under my name. Like we're getting ahead of it. We're getting ahead of it.
So you realize ICE would be in that studio within like a week, and you would be taken out in cable ties.
No, that's not how the country works. He's from Australia. That's how
I'm a white person.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Sorry.
So you got no plan for the immigration. I don't know how it works moving from Canada.
Sort it out. This is kind of like Portnoy could get behind this. Like, this is kind of an inspirational like moment we're having. Like, there could be a whole.
Portnoy could sponsor you or something.
Whatever. We'll figure it out. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. No, it's fine. We'll figure it out. It's a good answer. All right. Well, look. I don't know if I've got any more questions. If you could, if you could ban one Minifan from the studio.
Jake.
No. If you could ban one Minifan from the studio, who would it be?
Who's boring? Like that duck guy was boring.
Okay, RoboDuck. You'd ban RoboDuck.
Right. Nick's fine. Like, people are fine. Like, I don't know. Like, it's a show. The worst is the best sometimes. You know.
All right. That's a good answer.
Play us out. See you guys later. See you guys whenever.
Thanks, Wesley.
Are we playing this out? It's hot.
Yeah, John played it.
Drove downtown to the track. Probably
there's more show left.
I know, keep saying play it out. We'll play it out. I promise
we'll play it out though.
We'll play it out, but we're not out yet.
He got up out of his seat and walked away as if it was a fucking sitcom.
I know. Wow. Well, certainly a live wire. I mean, just remember, John, he's got more chance of getting this job than you do right now.
Everybody that comes on this show just pegs me down another fucking slot. Oh man.
I mean, it was a tale of
If he
two.
doesn't get signed by the Kirk Minahan show, I have a contract on his desk the second after we find out. Contract on the desk. I'll get him citizenship.
I thought Dales did a great job. Great job from John Dales.
Dale's clips, here's my breakdown. Dale's clips were unbelievable and smart. Like they're what you want from a producer. If you want a Midwestern guy who's nice as hell, and I don't know if you can yell at John Dales because he's just so adorable.
I think you can. And he's clever.
He is clever. He's smart. He's not a business guy. You kind of pick through his fucking seeds there.
Yeah.
I mean, Kirky Canada, his uncle owns a sound company, and he's a fucking star. I don't know what to say. He's a fucking. He's a lightning rod.
I tell you, he's not perfect for the KMS, but he's perfect for meeting of the minds.
He needs to be in studio. If Blind Mike, boring as I call him, boring Blind Mike wants to leave, that's fine. We have a replacement. You're welcome, Kirk. I don't know what to say.
I really like John Dales, and
John Dales. I'm a Dale dog.
Bits aside. Okay, just being real here. This is.
I was being real. I'll be producer John now, though.
Yeah, this is Mena's consulting group. One-on-one message to Kirk. John Dales is a far better candidate than Dave Cullinane. And you know what, Kirk? You've got nothing to lose, because if Dales walks in 6 months, Cullinane will be sitting on his fat ass ready for you to hire him back. So, Kirk, you have got nothing to lose with this hire. Take a shot. Pick one of these morons you like from the candidate search, and let's have some fun. We don't need to go backwards. You shouldn't take ex-girlfriends back. You shouldn't take old producers back. Let's move forward.
I'm quoting John Dales directly here. He said he would literally be the complete opposite of Cully.
Yes. And I think fantastic instincts from Dales to come on and shit on Dave Cullinane. He's probably biggest rival right now. I think we've seen that below the surface, there's something there for John Dales. So, yeah, I think we need answers from Kirk.
What are the negatives about John Dales?
I mean, the business stuff wasn't amazing.
Do we need a businessman? Yeah, kind of, right? Who's the businessman, right?
No, I didn't. Looking at the candidates, no one is going to have everything except me, and I'm not an official candidate, but so no one's going to have all the boxes ticked, but I think Dale seems to tick the boxes that Kirk thinks is the most important.
That's fine, but there is a guy who could build boxes, so just saying.
Well, absolutely. I mean, if Kirk needs a new house, Kirky Canada, done.
You don't know what framing is, do you?
I found that quite unimpressive. No, it's building the house frame, isn't it?
No.
I saw a picture of it. I was quite surprised that he hadn't thought around the immigration part of it. I thought he was an American living in Canada and he wanted to come home, but he's a Canadian. And I don't know, is it like in Australia, if you're from New Zealand, you can come and work. So if you're from New Zealand, you can just come and work in Australia, basically.
I don't know where you're
That's
from.
not the same for Canada.
American dream, Menners.
Okay. But I'm just saying that's a bit of an issue. Like,
it is.
And I was surprised he didn't have an answer for that. Because, anyway. All right. Well, let's play us out with.
Well, hold on. Hold your fucking horses.
You got more points?
We did a good job.
Did a great job.
We did so good. We did so good.
Yeah. I would just implore you, Kirk Minahan, do not bring back
the rankings right now.
And I've got a message from Mike Montante. Dales is putting together the most impressive job interview I have ever seen.
Tell Mike I said hi.
Take that to the bank.
No.
But look, Kirk, for a few things, obviously finance is a part of this. It was interesting that Dales doesn't know the salary range. Johnny does. So John Dales needs to reach out, find out whether
that's Johnny know. How does he have that insight?
He's a sales guy. Sales guys get right to the numbers. Like,
Yeah.
Dales is not a business guy. A business guy would have asked Kirk when he was there for the trial, look, what are we thinking range? You don't need a number. Just give me a ballpark.
I stopped listening. Now, give me your biggest winner tonight of all the producer candidates, and then your biggest loser.
Biggest winner tonight from the candidates so far.
Yeah.
Look, I think John Dales has been the consistent front runner since the job came open, and I don't think that has changed. I think PRC was the surprise packet. I think Big Twan, despite Kirk's reservations, acquitted himself very well. I don't know if you heard, but Kirk has just put a line through Big Twan. He just doesn't like him.
Yeah.
So that's a shame.
Twan 100% deserves to be in the race. That's not, I don't think it's fair to kick somebody out that because he's a Barstool fan.
Exactly. And I think Big Twan, let's get him in studio for a trial and see how he goes next week. That would be fantastic.
There you
him
go.
and Justin next to each other.
Nice
and then probably, the weakest candidates, probably in order. You've got Kirky Canada at the bottom and Dave Cullinane just below him. I'd still take Nutcase we just had on ahead of Cullinane. Like, I reckon Kirky Canada would last 2 weeks max, but I think
it would be a fucking fireworks show.
Yeah, it'd be like Gus, but like, I don't know. It'd be like, I feel like there's bits of intense. Yeah, exactly. Sort of.
That's good, right?
Yeah.
Sure. I think so.
Yeah. And a Handsome Johnny. Look, Handsome Johnny is, again, he's a lazy hire from Kirk because he's willing to take the money. He's a nice guy. Like, Johnny's a really terrific guy. I believe him when I think Johnny's a hard worker. I do believe that. And anyway, look, that's it. But I'm just begging Kirk not to bring back Dave Cullinane. Just take a shot. And as I said, Cullinane will be there waiting in 6 months, whenever it is. Cullinane will be there, just desperate for another free ride. But at the moment, do something else, do something fun, take us out.
What's our plan for this weekend? And you have to thank the fans.
Okay, so yeah, that's true. So everybody, thanks for watching this is great. And I want to call out a couple of people. Firstly, thank you, John from Scranton. He's done a great job producing the show. Shout out to John. That AI picture of Kirk, I think, really was a kick up the backside John needed. As for the producer search, so applications are not closed, but if Kirk is just going to hire Cullinane, I'm not going to make any more people suffer through interviews like Wesley had to suffer through then. So I will hopefully know by the end of the week. The plan will be on Friday night.
We have another candidate.
Yes, I'm about to mention the other candidate. On Friday night will be a Menace Live. It'll either be a fucking wake for the show because Dave Cullinane's coming back, or we'll be interviewing more candidates on Friday night. So Jake, even though I'm not sure if you really want the job, start preparing content. If you want inspiration, look at John Dales. KMS content works. Funny content works. So anyway, let's do this. Let's wrap this up. Friday night, there'll be a Menace Live. So thank you, Seamus. Thank you, Derek. Thank you, Tug Time. Thank you, Mr. Salty, Dr. Darth.
There's Kim.
The Rooster, Tim, Freddie Lynn. Interesting. I got 2 bits of feedback after the interviews, John. One was Freddie Lynn was saying I was not hard enough on the candidates. One was Anastasia saying I was too hard on the candidates. So I think if you're getting those bits of feedback, I've fucking nailed it. I hate Freddie Lynn. Coach Drunk, Chris Curtis. Thanks, everybody. Play that song. Thanks, everybody, for watching live. You've been the best. Thank you, Kirk. Thank you, John Dales. Thank you, Kirky Canada. Thank you, John from Scranton. Here's that song. Could be the difference.